Good afternoon, ma'am. Are you Ava Musgrove?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Musgrove is charged in cause number 25, DCCR 0048, with the first-degree felony offense of murder. Ms. Perazzo is here as well as Mr. Gertz, and they have filed a habeas corpus requesting that I set a reduced bond, which is currently set at $800,000. Ms. Perazzo, you may proceed.
Okay. And I think did you want to?
You go ahead with her.
Okay.
She's going to call her client to talk about her financial situation, and then I'm going to call Ranger.
Sure. If you'll please raise your right hand the best you can. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Musgrove, we're here today requesting the court to lower your bond that's currently set at $800,000 to at least $50,000 or less. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And currently, do you own
No.
Do you own a car? Do you have any kind of investment or financial accounts at your disposal?
No.
Do you have any source of income of any kind or help from anybody at this point? Financial help?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. That was kind of a lot. Do you have any financial accounts?
No.
Do you have any kind of investment accounts that has money with large sums of money at your disposal? Do you have any way to, at this present time, other than family members that could potentially help you, do you have any other way on your own of bonding yourself out on the bond that's currently set at $800,000? Okay. If the court were to lower your bond and you were able to post the bond through help of family members, which would be your mother, your father, and your brother, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Those would be the individuals that would be trying to get some money, some funds together to help you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. How much money do you think they would be able to gather together amongst the three of them to post your bond?
Maybe 10,000.
Once you're released, if you were able to post bond, where would you live?
With my mother.
Okay.
My dad.
And what is your mother's address?
708.
Okay. Were you, well, let me ask you this. How long have you been in Jefferson County?
Almost 3.5 months.
In Jefferson County? No, in the county of Jefferson. I know you're nervous.
My whole life.
Okay. So you've grown up here, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go to school in Jefferson County?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are all of your friends and family in Jefferson County?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you already have a bond condition that would require you to wear a GPS trace. You're aware of that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you know anybody, friends or family otherwise, that reside out of Jefferson County or out of the state of Texas?
No, Your Honor.
Would there be any reason or any place for you to even try to go if you wanted to?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
I have no questions for her, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. You may call your next witness.
Judge, we would call Ranger Brandon Bess.
All right.
Ranger
Ranger.
Brandon Bess.
You are still under oath from your previous hearing. We don't have to do that again.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Mr. Gertz.
Judge, I know you know this, but so the record is clear if we need it later. Ranger Bess, tell us about your experience in law enforcement.
I was a Texas Ranger for 11 years, a little over 11 years, serving in our regular ranger division, and then as a cold case ranger for 3 years. Before that, I was a criminal intelligence sergeant or agent, served in that capacity for 8 years. Prior to that, 10 years as a Texas Highway Patrol trooper. Prior to that, I served as a local law enforcement officer, both as a deputy sheriff and a city police officer for 1 year and 10 months before joining the Department of Public Safety.
And during that experience, did you have occasion, on few or many occasions, to investigate murder cases?
Many.
How many homicides would you guess that you've investigated?
Probably been a part of no less than 100, whether I was the lead or assist capacity or cold case capacity reviewing homicides. Could be much greater than that, but I would easily say at least 100.
Okay. And in this case, we've hired you to essentially do a shadow investigation of this allegation of murder involving Ms. Musgrove. Is that
That's correct, Your Honor.
And what did you gather, and in terms of evidence, et cetera, what did you gather as part of that investigation?
Well, not first off, but as a part of it, was able to do an interview with Ms. Musgrove there in the jail, reviewed the documents that were presented by the district attorney's office and by the Beaumont Police Department, viewed some of the videos, though we had some issues with those because they were so large. They took a long time for Mr. Gert's office to get it to my office and get those downloaded, but have been able to view a few of those and just basically reviewing the case that the detective in this case put together so far.
Did you also interview independently witnesses that could describe to you the relationship between the decedent and Ms. Musgrove?
Yes, many of Ms. Musgrove's former educators I was able to talk to, and associates through her education in high school going back to junior high.
Okay. Were you able to determine if she has a criminal record or any kind of criminal history? Ms. Musgrove?
None to my knowledge, no.
Okay. And were you able to establish with those interviews the nature of the relationship between the decedent and Ms. Musgrove?
I was.
And did they live together at the time of this shooting?
They did.
And are you familiar with concept of spousal abuse syndrome or family violence abuse syndrome?
I am.
And you're aware of the different characteristics that sort of show up in those kind of situations, right?
I am.
Where one spouse or one partner is particularly abusive of the other?
Yes.
Did you see signs of that in the investigation here in this case?
I did, and not only that, just even her demeanor today continues to describe that, for lack of a better term, yes.
And were you able to interview witnesses about the facts immediately surrounding the events that took place on the day of the shooting?
Just the review of the documents as well as speaking with Ms. Musgrove.
And do you think that the Beaumont Police Department in their investigation adequately considered the possibility of a Chapter 9 self-defense justification in this?
I don't.
Okay. Do you believe, and I'm not asking you for a final opinion, but based on what you've seen before, do you believe that that justification may exist in this case for self-defense?
I believe it may, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And was the decedent, was she armed with anything at the time of the incident?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. Where did Ms. Musgrove, to your knowledge or based on what you understand, where did she get the gun?
It was a weapon that was possessed by both she and her partner. A handgun that they possessed together. I believe it was a pink-colored semi-automatic pistol. There were also knives, or at least one knife that was described in that the detective noted in his report, as well as the notes about the other weapon. And, you know, to say that the victim in this case didn't have weapons, she had her hands.
Right. Well, and that knife is specifically what I was referring
Yes.
to in my previous
Yes,
question.
So we don't know about that. We don't understand yet where the knife came into play. I don't think the detective did at the point that he made his writing either.
Okay. And do you believe, based on your skills, training, experience, that this was a very isolated incident for Ms. Musgrove?
Based on her criminal history, her actions, etc., yes, this shooting absolutely was a very isolated incident. The assaultive stuff appears to go on back to their junior high days.
And the assault by the decedent
Yes.
on Miss Musgrove, not
As
the
well
other
as
way around.
others.
Okay.
Yes.
And again, do you feel like if she were released on bond at a reasonable bond amount, that she would be a danger, future danger to the community?
I do.
Ms. Musgrove. Okay. Thank you, Judge. I pass the witness.
Thank you.
I have no other questions, Your Honor.
Right.